right, Sean.
Patrick, was it just as easy as saying today you didn't turn it over, you dropped it in one pass, you didn't have any, I think one offensive penalty until the end?
Yeah, I think it was just we executed better. I mean, you said it. We've shown that we can move the ball, but penalties and drops and me not getting to the right guy at the right time. If you look at the first drive, I mean, I go to Jay Watt, but they drop Kels from a cover zero pressure. Might have been the second drive, and so it's just like little things like that. It's kind of stalled some of our drives, but we got to it. Kind of went back to the fundamentals this week, and we kept pressing and pushing, and we're going to try to keep going the rest of the season. Yeah, I mean, you just have to bounce back. I mean, when you have a short week and you're playing a team like the Raiders, who always plays you tough, you have to bounce right back. You wash it, you learn from it, and then you kind of just go back to the fundamentals and working. And so we still have stuff to learn from this game. I mean, there were certain situations where we didn't execute at a high enough level, but we're obviously took a step in the positive direction. Now let's just continue to do that throughout the rest of the season.
Obviously, it's a staple of yours to come back from double digits, but does it feel particularly important to do it? Is this offense just where you guys have been recently?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they got up on us quick, 14-0, and we knew our defense would do a good job of maintaining and keeping us around, but we needed to get that drive. I think that first one especially, after having like 7 plays in the first quarter. So it was big on us to just really get back to the fundamentals, take the short stuff when it's not there, hit the check downs, and then try to utilize and hit the deep ones when they are there. So it was big for us to get that first touchdown drive, and it kind of got the momentum back in our favor.
What stood out to you about Rashid's day, and what does this establish him? How much further does this establish him?
Yeah, I mean, I've said it all year. He has the talent. I mean, and he works hard, and we're giving him more and more as the season goes on, and kind of the flow of the games. We've put him in more of a bigger role these last few weeks, but the flow of the game hasn't dictated him getting the football. But you saw today some of those coverages where they were doubling Trav, or putting a lot of attention on Trav. He was able to make some stuff happen, and I like on that shallow cross. And so he's a guy who wants it. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. He has the talent. He wants to be great, but it's going to take us just staying on top of it every single week. And he's going to be a great receiver in this league.
What do you think of his talent? What stands out to you the most? Obviously, he's got the burst after the catch.
Yeah, I think we've only scratched the surface, honestly. I think you see us hitting him kind of around the line of scrimmage, but I think you saw the one down the sideline. I think he can do some of the vertical threat stuff, and he has speed and he has burst. I mean, you can see when he has the football in his hand. So let's start working him in and getting him more opportunities. It's hard when defenses play us like this. I mean, we've put some kind of deep crosses and stuff in where defenses are settling back and I can go underneath. But I think he has a chance to be a great receiver in this league, and we're going to continue to push him to be that receiver every single week.
Patrick, you guys up front, they obviously did a good job, but Max Crosby did get through once, and that's despite being doubtful for this game. Where does he rank amongst the pass rushers you've seen in your career?
I mean, he's at the top of the list. I mean, he's a dog, man. The fact that he played today, it speaks to who he is. Not just because it was against us, because he wants to be out there for his teammates. And that's the type of guys that you want on your team, and I have a ton of respect for him. Obviously, people see us trash talking, but I think that's just the competitors that both of us are. But I know every single time I go up against him, he's going to give everything he has, and I'll do the same, and it's going to be a great battle to the end.
Patrick, you talked about how Rice is a guy who wants it. What leads you to say that? How have you seen that?
I mean, he'll tell you. I mean, he'll tell you. And it's for young dudes to do that. I mean, that speaks to the type of player that he is. I mean, he just wants to win. He wants to go out there and he wants to win. And when I say that, he doesn't do it in a bad way. He just will say, "Hey, like I'm going to be there. Like I'm going to do what I need to do to get myself open. And if you give me the chance and it comes to you, then I'm going to make something happen with it." And so that's the type of guys you want. And I think we have a lot of guys like that on the team. And obviously we've had a few games where we haven't played at our level, but we're going to continue to work at it and keep winning football games and try to be our best at the end of the season.
When did you start doing that kind of stuff? I mean, back in camp or days or
Yeah. I think it was kind of at the end of training camp, kind of OT, kind of when you got to where he got comfortable within the offense. I mean, that's the biggest thing is it's a complex offense. It's hard for young guys to do it, and so we kind of limit their roles. And as the season goes on, we expand them more and more. And I think he's done a great job with it. I mean, there's little things here and there that we have to continue to work on, but for the most part, he learns from his mistakes and gets better every single week.
Patrick, you talked about Travis getting double teamed. I think last week you got triple teamed.
Mm-hmm.
You guys did was it like a double reverse?
Yeah.
Are you finding yourself having to figure out different ways to get him?
Yeah, I think it's just when you do get those right opportunities, you have to capitalize on that. That's why I was so mad about the first one that I spoke about earlier, where he got man coverage and won across the field, and I had predetermined that they were going to double team him. They ended up dropping him, and so when you get those man-to-man coverages or zone coverages when he's out there, you got to give him those chances. He's going to make plays happen, and so I thought for the most part, guys around him made stuff happen whenever they did double team him, and that takes teams out of that, and that's when you can get the football back to him. And we'll have to continue to prove that. Teams are going to continue to double him in big situations. We're going to continue to prove that other guys can make those big plays, and they'll take it out of that, and then we'll go back to Travis and kind of play with that median of how much we're going to put him in there and how much we're going to use him as a decoy, I guess.
Last four, starting with Sam.
Patrick, those first two scoring drives you had, was there a play within those that really stands out to you?
I think the short pass I threw to Travis on second down was huge, because that was a play that we were just trying to make it a third and short. They had a good coverage. I got to Travis. He got upfield and got that first down on like 2nd and 10 after I missed Rasheed on just a little screen pass. And I think that kind of just jump-started us. And that's what I'm saying. When you get those opportunities to get him the football, it's not even like that was an 11-yard play, 10-yard play, whatever it was, but it jump-started the whole entire offense. And so he's going to make an impact on the game, even if he's getting double-teamed, triple-teamed, whatever it is. It's my job to find ways to get him the football.
And then there was that play with Travis where it seemed like the backer turned his back or just a split second. You still got him. I'm just wondering if you take us through that.
Yeah, no, he did a good job of getting the backer's blind spot. He's always been really good at that. And then he kind of gets the guy where he kind of has to really go at it to try to get back into the right position. And I actually think I threw the ball just a little too short, and Travis did a good job of making me look good with the late hands. And so that's just that type of chemistry that we've built. And, I mean, whenever he gets in those positions where he has one-on-one, you try to give him opportunities, and he makes good stuff happen.
Patrick, I'm not sure if anybody asked this earlier since I just came in here, but with you saying that you wanted to get more attempts for Rasheed downfield, how, I guess, gratifying is it to have that deep shot there to start the drive late in the game? And is that just another sign of trust, sort of chemistry that you guys have?
Yeah, we've been designing plays to get him down the field. It's just with the coverages that we've been getting and kind of how we've gotten the last few years. People have dropped and I've thrown it underneath, but I do think he can take that step. He has the ability, and you saw it on that play. That was tight coverage. He made a big time catch, physical catch, stayed in bounds and stuff like that. And so it's not just go routes. I think he can get across the field. Obviously, y'all see the burst with the football, but he has the speed to win downfield. And so we'll continue to expand his role. He's done a great job with it so far in a complex offense, but I think as the season goes, he'll continue to have a bigger one.
After when we came in, we heard some spirited words from the locker room right behind here. Was today kind of a release for y'all, considering what the offense did, got going with those 3 long touchdowns?
Yeah, no, it was a good day. I still think we can be better. There was plays here and there that we didn't execute at a high enough level. But we're going to be going to Green Bay, playing in a great environment, which I'm really excited about, against a team that's playing really good football right now, and the defense is playing really good. And so it'll be another great challenge for us. And how can we respond? How can we not have these highs and lows and continue to build throughout the rest of the season?
Last one.
How important was second half success for this offense? You guys had struggled in the second half. Was it really important to establish that today?
Yeah, I think it's just all heart at the end of the day. In the second half, it goes down to who wants it more. There's no, I mean, you can have play designs, but for the most part, you're off your script. You're kind of picking at plays here and there. And Coach Reason put us in the best possible position, and Coach Nagy. But at the same time, at the end of the day, you've got to go out there and just want it. And I thought the guys did a great job of that today. And even when stuff wasn't pretty, they made stuff happen. And then when Coach put us in the right spots, guys caught the football, and I made the right decisions. And so it's in the second half of football games, it's about who wants it and how can you go out there and execute at a high enough level to win it.